Welcome back to Top 5. The Zodiac Killer. Active period, late 1960s to early 1970s. The Zodiac Killer terrorized Northern California in the late 1960s, leaving a trail of cryptic letters and gruesome murders in his wake. He claimed to have killed as many as 37 people, though only 5 murders are definitively linked to him. The killer was known for sending ciphers to newspapers, taunting law enforcement with riddles and challenges that remain unsolved to this day. Despite extensive investigations and public fascination, the Zodiac Killer vanished without a trace. As recently as 2021, advancements in DNA technology have sparked hope for new leads, but his identity and the details of his crimes remain shrouded in mystery. 4. The Long Island Serial Killer, Gilgo Beach Killer. Active period, 1996, present. The Long Island Serial Killer, also referred to as the Gilgo Beach Killer, is suspected of murdering at least 10 to 16 victims, primarily young women, whose bodies were discovered along remote stretches of Long Island's shoreline. Operating between 1996 and possibly beyond, this killer's modus operandi includes targeting those involved in sex work and those who had fallen through the cracks of society. Despite numerous investigations and the release of a suspect sketch, the killer remains at large. The search continues, compounded by potential police incompetence and the intertwining of organized crime, creating a complex web that has hindered progress. 3. The Monster of Florence. Active period, 1968 to 1985. For nearly 2 decades, the Monster of Florence haunted the Italian countryside, brutally murdering couples in secluded areas. The killer is linked to the deaths of at least 16 individuals, typically targeting young lovers in their cars, leaving behind gruesome crime scenes that perplexed authorities. Several suspects have been considered throughout the years, including a former police officer, yet no one has been definitively charged. The case remains unresolved, shrouded in lore, and fueled by various theories of cults and conspiracies. Each passing year adds to the mystery, as the killer has vanished into the annals of Italian crime. 2. The I70 Killer. Active period, 1992. Spanning several states from Indiana to Missouri and known for targeting young women working in retail, the I70 Killer is believed to be responsible for a series of murders along Interstate 70. His crimes were characterized by brutal precision. He would enter stores during business hours and execute victims in the backrooms. Despite numerous sketches and eyewitness accounts, the killer has evaded capture, and the investigation remains cold. As law enforcement continues to re-examine evidence and explore new leads, the shadow of the I70 Killer lingers over the communities affected, echoing the tragic reminder of lives cut short and the elusive nature of evil. 1. The Highway of Tears Killer. Active period, 1969, present. The Highway of Tears in British Columbia is a notorious stretch of road where a series of disappearances and murders of Indigenous women and girls has occurred over decades. While numerous victims are linked to a few known perpetrators, the true Highway of Tears killer remains unidentified. Various theories have emerged, suggesting that the killer, or killers, preyed upon vulnerable women, taking advantage of the isolation and vulnerability of those traveling along the highway. Heartbreakingly, many families continue to seek answers, and the loss of community members has cast a long shadow over the region. Each unsolved case echoes the failures of law enforcement and society to protect the most vulnerable, making this case a haunting specter of unresolved justice.